Evening all, got another game of ITSL, organised by the ITSL Hunter. We are playing tonio76. We've probably played a couple of times before. I lose track twice and lost twice. Well, that bodes well. So, we are USA. So it looks like Middle East is the headline and we space decol. And hope not to get purged or we're in trouble already. "442" is fine if we're doing Middle East scoring, although it's telegraphy. Nevertheless. Yep, well, maybe putting 4 into Italy wasn't the dumbest thing in the world. And we've got the traditional coup on Italy coming up, I think. Comic-Con Indo-Pac Warsaw Pact. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Here it comes. Kablam. Yep. Well, thank goodness we got the Middle East buffer when we did, because Europe is not shaping up well at all. Man, I need to get some tea in me. I've got no idea why I just filled West Germany when I could have just taken France. Rather than make France competitive. But there you go. Maybe I can dupe him into thinking I have Truman Doctrine with that gambit, when in fact I'm just stupid and playing on autopilot. Yeah, it just takes Italy and yeah, that's fine. That's fairly standard. We'll finish taking France and play into Malaysia. If they play into Pakistan without taking Afghanistan, I am content with doing a 50-50 Indo-Pakistani war. Although I suppose we could get a coup off on it first. But if they... If they don't overprotect Italy, jamming it's not too shabby as well. Okay, with Korean War played in there, we'll compete for Korea. And hope it doesn't come back round. Of course, there are still 4 more 4-op cards, plus the China card, of which we're holding none. Oh boy. Okay. We will finish taking it. We've got AR5 to drop DEFCON if we want. And we've got Indo-Pakistani war to hold if we don't get blockaded. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's good for them. Shame I used 5-year plan last turn. So we will use it to drop DEFCON. So we can take Pakistan. Although we'd then be setting ourselves up for a fairly huge... Let's do this instead. Nice. They can ease you an intervention US-Japan on it. But we can finish the turn double tapping Italy. Or if they choose to overprotect Italy, which they can do, I suppose, 3 in Pakistan. 1 in Italy. Let's see what they do with it. Alas. Exactly so. Oh no, that won't do it. Dodoy. So that's a shame for us because we don't want to give up domination in Europe. We'll space decol. Not happy about it. But we are getting there with VPs. And we can drop Europe scoring for 1 in the headline. Okay, that's not the worst in the world. Then we can do something about Asia. This hasn't been a spectacular start to the game, I don't think. I think I've been lucky rather than played well. Truman, CIA's gone. East European. Ra. Formosa. Purge isn't good, but at least we've got nuclear test ban. De Gaulle gives them another VP. But of course, if they do an opening coup, we can take Thailand. Be interested to see if they have defectors in hand, because that gives them a lot more freedom. Oh yeah, I mean, D-Style would give them domination in Europe. I didn't really think about that gambit. Although I suppose them giving up 2 of their D-Style ops for it is a bonus. But if we can escape with Europe for -1 and Asia for even, then the start of the game has not been great, but hasn't gone terribly. It's somewhere in between. Okay. That's fine for us. Let's see what their AL1 is. Playing into India and Afghanistan's not terrible. If they're holding in Asia scoring, obviously. But opening with a coup is fine. We've got Arab-Israeli war. Let's snag India. Put one in Thailand to protect against D-Style. And attack the unscored region. And if they use the China card to jam, we're alright with that because we can fill the one-step battlegrounds and deny them a chance to dominate. And if they don't use the China card, we have time to overprotect. Ooh, Suez is still in the deck. That's a bit of a risk. Oh boy. Alright, well, let's make him give up the China card. Whew. Good thing we weren't purged. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we'll be risk averse and we will overprotect. And we are mostly hoping that they don't get Indo-Pakistani war. No, if they want to give up the China card, it's fine. Let's get our mill ops. Let's be sensible about it. Romanian abdication is a kick in the teeth, but we do want to get it out before independent Reds. So if we get blockaded, Warsaw Pact, we can go Romania into Lebanon. Ooh, it's a good thing he didn't event that. That could have gone a lot worse. Okay. We'll gamble. Gamble failed. Okay, well that's lucky for us, I guess. Didn't want to compete for it. Ooh boy. So we've got to fade Korean War and a bunch of other stuff, which is embarrassing. Oh boy, this is shaping up horribly. Nicely done by them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we'll give them Warsaw Pact. Briefly we dominate Asia. But Nasser and Akil in Egypt cleans us out in the Middle East. We now at least are in Turkey. It's yeah. What's weird is the US presence in South America at this point of the game. But this game has been pretty weird. Blockade, Nasser, Vietnam, De Gaulle, Defectors, Independent Reds, Containment, and Duck and Cover are the last cards. So that's alright for us. We got Defectors. They know we've got Defectors. They've got Independent Reds, so the upshot of purging them would be that they can't space it. Vietnam and Nasser. So we got Suez, Purge, Sotgov, and Decol back. So many rubbish cards. Well, we can blockade one of them away. So they've got De Gaulle, Duck and Cover, Independent Reds, and Vietnam Revolts. And if they De Gaulle in the headline and then try and use Duck and Cover, we'll just purge them. We'll just purge. De Gaulle, Duck and Cover. I mean, NASA's a bit crummy, but we can at least get into Syria at least. But we've got to fade Korean War and Indo-Pakistani War. That is nasty. If they're doing a Pakistani war, we have to fill Japan. Yeah, NASA. Okay. Ooh, Middle East scoring now would be bad too. In fact, just about everything would be bad. Don't know why I'm splitting hairs. Two op coup, please miss. Okay, that's not too bad for us. Yep. We make sure we've got presence in the Middle East. Yep. We're spacing decol, blockading Suez, eventing and repairing socialist governments, and then using the rest of our cards. But Europe's not good. But I don't know, with D-Style gone and getting decon the reshuffle, we can now do something with Africa. If we're going to abandon Europe and the Middle East. But let's start by spacing. Because they may now respond by spacing duck and cover. Yep. Good. Excellent. So we know they've got independent Reds and Vietnam Revolt. Oh, this is big. Please miss. Oh. Oh. Whoo. Heart in mouth. We'll overprotect. There's quite a lot to do here. Oh, that's nice. Oof. Ugh. Imagine my relief. So they've got exactly Vietnam Revolts and Independent Reds left. Well, that's lucky for us. Blockade away Suez. They'll finish with Vietnam Revolts. And we use Truman and... I mean, geez. I know that there are a lot of scoring cards still to go, but we're going into mid-war better off than I expected. Oh boy. Right. Europe scoring is terrible. But I think we go grain sales and Hunter and just try and do stuff in the Middle East. And yeah, grain sales is a snap headline. Maybe we'll get an Arsenal if we're lucky. Quag shuttle dip. Hunter Muslim Rev. Missile Envy. Duck and Cover's gone. Uz Japan. And Usuri. Plenty of ops. We can missile envy them and get NATO nuclear test ban. NATO would trigger ABM. But we'll start with grain sales. So we can't, alas. We can get 2 VP in Africa with it. Because we don't have quite enough. Oh no, wait, we can play into Angola and Sudan. Yeah? So we don't get the coup, but we get 5 VP. That'll do. I mean, Europe's gonna cause some misery. Makes sense. So what happens if we missile envy them? We get NATO, all nuclear test ban. If it goes both, it doesn't happen, yeah? Or applicable to both players. So missile envy could raise DEFCON to 4, but then we get to coup counter coup. It could trigger NATO, which is a bit boring. Or it could pull ABM, Flower Power, or We Will Bury You. I think we still want to do it. We're not going to die to DEFCON suicide. It slows them down a bit. We may get something really good. A little bit of ops imbalance might go a long way here. Plus, we get a bit of information, don't we? Because that's nice. That's a pretty good situation for us. One, two, three, four, five, six. So we don't have enough to ops race in Europe. Let's just quickly top that up. We could go 1, 2, 3, 4 to go up to 6, but then they only need 2 ops, i.e. missile MV, to take another, and then we're out of. Yeah, we can't ops race for Europe, I don't think. So I think we just have to try and make trouble elsewhere. So Fidel's still to come, isn't it? Again. Right, they should take Argentina rather than try cooing. Yeah. Sensible. Sadly, we don't have South America scoring. Hmm. Yeah, I think we're just going to space and space Muslim Rev again. I think we're going to have to eat Europe scoring, unless we're really lucky and get an arse not. Yeah, I want to stop us spacing lots. We'll still do it. It's an absolute telegraph, but we need to. In a way, it's a good thing we've got this ridiculous buffer. Well, Norway. We. We're going to Israel again in anticipation. This is not likely to come off good, but maybe we'll get lucky and they'll have scoring card tempo issues of their own. Eventing shuttle diplomacy would currently cut the Middle East domination, but it's quite an expensive use of the card. Giving up a lot of ops for it as well. Could event Hunter and have 2+1 realigns on Argentina, but it's probably better to hold Hunter, which does mean eating Muslim Revolution, which means taking Lebanon. Oh, we got lucky! Oh, so lucky. Woof. Europe for one. That is an obscenity. Thank goodness they were screwed on ops. Ugh. So I guess we're still eating Muslim Rev because specifically I want a Hunter turn 5. Yeah. Okay. This feels gross, but it's what it is. So if we get Central or Southeast Asia out first, okay, that's a real shame. Don't think we want to ditch either of these. Well, shuttle diplomacy should have gone first, and then I could have pitched Muslim Rev. But that's life, right? That's life every time. Filling Central America and hoping to fade Fidel. But yeah, Hunter's going into Argentina and cooing, and we just have to hope to avoid ABM and brush war. Yeah, and we need to avoid OPEC amongst other things. But let's go Cuba. Attack the unscored region, yada yada yada. We've got no coup targets. Yeah, it's fine. Central America scoring. ABM treaty. Hunter. This is good for us. Cuban Missile Crisis with ABM treaty in the bank. Oh man, we get to headline peak as well. Oh, disgusting good fortune. Need to fade brush war. Need to fade Middle East scoring. Although our scoring card triggers first. Still going to plug the hand in. Not going to take anything for granted. But if we can fade filler and brush war. And OPEC, I suppose. Oh, Fidel. Boo. That's a shame. But we've got arms race coming, so let's Hunter. Ugh, boo. But we've got ABM Treaty arms race. Bit of a shame there, but it happens. Sensible. So let's start by having a cheap. Oh no, we want a nice big coup so we can get arms race, right? So big coup on Nicaragua. So if they don't 4-op coup it back, we can bank arms race. Okay. Even if the coup fails, we get arms race. That's not quite failure. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Not you. You. Um. Oh, lots of options. Oh, that's not bad. We'll have another coup on Haiti because we want domination / realign attempts. It was kitchen debates, yeah. Cooing Libya only really pays off when we also event Sadat and get Egypt. And it won't change domination this turn, so maybe cooing South America and hoping that drops first. 6 VP, oof, pricey. If the coup on Haiti fails, taking 2 with oh hello. Well, that's not gonna hurt. Yeah. Nice. One op for 2 VP. Shay did some work there. Yeah, that's sensible. Get the China card though, that's nice. Oh, okay. I think we accept that Central America is not dropping this turn. So let's drop it for 0 before Brushwall comes along or something crazy and it gets flipped. 33? 37. I've been not tracking discards at all. Fidel's gone. Did puppet governments go to space last turn? I think it did. Yeah. Yeah, that's sensible. It's got to come around again, though, mind. Let's events it out. Ooh. They're still in the deck. South African arrest is gone. We just saw that. Middle East UN intervention to Pakistan. We could test one. Yeah, that's fine. Expected that. So I think we're going to ABM coup Iran. So we might get a flip on Pakistan with the war. Or Argentina. So we need a 5 or a 6 there. 4, 5, or 6 there. Now let's go Argentina. Bigger margin. Not quite. South America's good though. We can drop that clean. And we get to peek at the headline. Hmm. Three, 6, 9, 13, 26. 37 in the discard pile. I'm still missing 3 discards. Can't track for Toffee. Lads. Cambridge 5 is gone. 3. So that's 39. What's the last one I'm missing? Brush War. Oof. So, 5-minute break for Tonio. If we drop South America, it's a 1 VP swing if they do flip a place with Brush War. And we also drop it safe, importantly. So I think rather than get fancy, we'll just drop South America scoring. We aren't lined up to try and win on space this turn. And Middle East scoring's coming back out at some point. Southeast Asia is still slightly in our favour. And in fact, if they go for Thailand, that'd be a giveaway. But yeah, I think we just drop South America scoring here. Yeah. I'm happy with that. It's not great, but South America gone. Brushwell gone. Well, if it's taken 5 minutes, I can actually work out which card I failed to track. But Arman in Tehran, nuclear subs, Willie, How I Learned in Camp, Panama Canal. Yeah, well, I got tantalizingly close to the win and then it's snatched away. What did we do? Formosa. Brezhnev. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I've played my 9th. They've played Brush War. So let's work out. Whee! 5-year plan in NORAD. Haven't been played yet. OAS Colonial Rear Guards. John Paul Voice America Alliance of Progress. And Bear Trap. Not been played yet. Arab-Israeli's not been played yet. Libthi, Portuguese Empire. Cult Rev, U2 and OPEC. No, 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 no. So, neutral, Southeast Asia Summit, one small step. UNI, Indo-Pakistani War. Nuclear test ban. Okay. Well. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 14. I've still got only 41 cards in the discard pile. And that includes some of... God. Who tracks cards, eh? What a waste of time. So what are we likely to see? Brazil, Venezuela, or Thailand, I guess. Or Lebanon if they've got Middle East scoring. That would be pretty huge. Considering how nosebleed high the scoreline's been for the USA. Alright. I mean, if Brush War fails, we get a point for South America. We could try spacing Brezhnev. It doesn't matter. But that drops for 0, which is not bad for us in a sense. Okay. Yep, well, I'm probably most relieved by it as well, to be fair. So we could event nuclear subs and clean up a bit of Africa and South America, potentially. But we don't have a ton of targets for nuclear subs. But we get Millops that way. But I also don't think I particularly like... Okay. Alright, that's not too bad for us. Could go a lot worse. So, do we emit and hope to pull Middle East scoring? It's going to get reshuffled, but then it's not guaranteed to show up in turn 7. We've got Panama Canal returned, which is fine for us. What else can they do, I guess, is the question. OPEC's not very good for us either. Another reason to look through the deck. Arab-Israel war is a reason to event Camp David first. So let's do that. Before we do anything else, we've got PCR. But let's keep snagging VPs. Emit pulling OPEC and Middle East would be pretty great. It would be undeserving. So, what's this ditching? Bear trap, sensible. They're also comfortable shortening their hand, which means they probably don't hold, like, Voice of America. And they also, how many cards are left in the draw pile? 13. It also means they're probably not holding Middle East scoring. Let's event emit now, before we lose Lebanon or something. Oh, that is good. That's real good. Arab-Israeli War is now a neutral 2-op card, so we can leave it in the deck. Didn't lose OPEC, which is a shame. But Middle East scoring goes, and Portuguese Empire. So if we can get OPEC in the reshuffle, we are very, very happy. Arab-Israeli war is not a problem. Indo-Pakistani war is not great. Liberation theology, cultural revolution. One small step. Otherwise, the deck's fairly good for us. Okay, that's good for us. Let's, if we event nuclear subs, we can coup Zaire and coup Angola. I don't know. If they drop Southeast Asia scoring, I guess we want to... How I Learned will not score us VP, of course. The upshot of cooing Zaire, of course, is if we get Voice of America, we can clean them out of South African area. So nuclear subs is attractive for that purpose. Anyway, the important thing is, as long as we don't get lone gunman, we've got a points buffer. Although it's been another weird game. Playing after work doesn't seem to be a tantalizing proposition for me. Maybe I should just play weekends. Then I've got no excuses for being bad. Spaceman Pope. Yep, just a bit of overprotects. Of course, overprotecting Pakistan when we already dominate is nice for us, I guess. I mean, we've got the China card, but I'm not giving it up when we're already dominating. Yeah, I think we event nuclear subs and get ready to clean up Africa. CIA's gone, so we're not giving up anything in terms of avoiding DEFCON suicide, them avoiding DEFCON suicide. So I guess their best play is to go into Cameroon. But Zaire and Angola are on the block. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, that's really nice. So we are giving up the China card after all. That's not bad. Now, yeah, there's tons of 3-op cards in the deck, so I think that's fine. Yeah, okay. Not happy about that, but I'm going to do it. Usuria's still in the deck, and Cult Rev still is, of course. They could have just taken it back off us anyway. Five-year planning South. ostentatiously lucky this game. There's no other word for it. Very unjust. But there you go. Okay, so now we get our coup to get Milops, and we go Zaire. We'll start with how I learned because we're not raising DEFCON. That's nice. Next up is Angola. Ooh, well, that's totally fair. Right, so next up is Angola. Nice. Five-year plan ditching nothing. Where'd it go? All in South Africa. Man, need a miracle there. I think we just use Brezhnev to overprotect. We've got Panama Canal returned coming. Well, on to turn 7. So, Alliance is 4 VPs, which isn't shabby for us. We in Space Cult Rev. That gets to 18. If we hit. Let's not get presumptuous. We get to peak, so I guess the question is, do we want a summit +1 so we can drop DEFCON as well, which would also protect the Americas? 13, 17, 20. So maybe an eventing of summit is a potential. Right, so they've got Southeast Asia scoring, NORAD, nuclear test ban, Arab-Israeli war, colonial rearguards and Voice of America. Assuming I've managed to capture all the cards, which I probably haven't. Southeast Asia, NORAD, nuclear test ban, Arab-Israeli, colonial rearguards, Voice of America. So I guess we can anticipate. Oh no, the China card can't flip any one stab Southeast Asia places, unless they've got decol as well. And what do we get in the reshuffle? Cambridge 5 and kitchen debates. How easy is it to do something that makes kitchen debates trigger? Up 1, up 2, up 3, but down 5. Yeah, so kitchen debates is not going anywhere. Well, let's see what they headline. There is a summit possibility. And if that happens, we can go Summit Alliance Space Cultural Rev to try and get to 20. And even if we don't, a lot of it's about buffer at this point. Might make it through to final scoring, as long as we don't get Lone Gunman. But yeah, wacky game. Hmm. I mean, I don't see from the cards we know they hold, they've got any headlines. They're not headlining a neutral Arab-Israeli war. They might ditch Southeast Asia scoring for 2VP, thinking it's not going to get any better. But chances are they've gotten something in the reshuffle that's significantly superior. Okay, so now Hunter does screw Summit up. So I guess we're going to respond with OAS to repair Hunter, potentially. Yeah. That was a headline. Well played. But now we're just hoping they flub. They miss, so we just repair. That's fine for us. And we've got Alliance of Progress for 4VP. Panama can now return to shore up Panama and Venezuela if we need to. So might be able to make it up to 18. We've got a coup target, so we don't need to worry about mill-ops. So holding Willy Brandt again, I think. Poor Antonio has coup-like garbage and ward-like garbage this game. It's really unfortunate. It's not been particularly clean. All right. Alliance for Progress plus Southeast Asia scoring plus Cultural Revolution to space is 20 VP. And by cooing South America, they've lost the chance on... Okay, I mean, that's all fine. So we'll drop Alliance for Progress. Yep. Yep. Unbelievable. We'll space Cult Rev. It's not going anywhere. I don't want to get missile envid. Okay, well, that's fair. Very fair. I guess we want to coup as late as possible in the turn. Although we have a lot of one-op cards. Two into Algeria plus the old 1-1 in Saharan and Cameroon is also an option. So yeah, heading into Algeria is not shabby. So we know 4 of their 6 cards. Southeast Asia, NORAD, Arab Israeli, Colonial Rear Guards. NORAD triggering is good. Okay, so that solidifies the fact we're going to go to Algeria right now. But that's a no-brainer. So still 2 unknown cards. Southeast Asia scoring is great. We will event Panama Canal return to shore up our Central America battlegrounds. We want to leave cooing as late as possible in the turn. One up coup on Haiti next. They get the coups off first. And that's fine. That's not a bad coup with a 1-op card. So they've got 2 unknown cards. So couing Nicaragua and then going Sahara Cameroon AR7 is probably alright for us. NORAD will do some work if we can get it off. Places like Poland, Pakistan, Egypt, or just shoring up places that we're fighting in the mid-war regions. Okay, Muslim for Rev, Muslim for Rev, Muslim Rev for influence. That's not bad. So we'll coup Nicaragua and try and set up rear lines. Nice. And now they have to choose. Take Algeria or get realigned out of Cuba. Ooh, 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 ooh. Giving up Nigeria for free, monsieur. Oui. And dominating Central America. Yep, that's fine. Yep. So we will dominate Africa. Okay. Central America doesn't quite get us there, but Cal, followed by Central America, does. Yeah, that's a great late war hand for us. So I think they've got colonial rear guards. But yeah, they'll need a scoring card here. And we're going to get 4 ops with Cal as well. Man, that Korean War just was huge. Oh boy, tough. It's a shame for Antoine. Okay, so we will definitely shoot down Cal. Drop Defcon in the headline. Yeah, that's fine. And the other influence can go in Czechoslovakia to defend against. Yep. So we've even dodged Defcon, which is nice. And they have to kill 1 stab in. They have to kill 1 stab in Central America, and then we can just keep them at bay there repeatedly. So it's a shame for them again. It's been somewhat extremely lopsided. NATO hasn't triggered. Ortega doesn't give us Defcon suicide. Rock at 1 in 3, also a potential win card. And we've got ABM Treaty in the bank as well. It may not be over this turn, but it's probably as good a hand as any. Well. Yep. Oh, going big realigns. Okay, but now they have to coup El Salvador or Dominican Republic, right? And we can grain sales them to take one of their cards as well. Oh dear, what a match. Yep. Yep. So that means that domination in Europe is going to be even harder for them. But we'll grain sales them. Yeah, and we'll event that. So they'll be repairing Poland. Toot sweet. An ABM treaty coup gives us a NORAD op as well. Gotta remember that. But I guess Iraq is fine next, right? Iran-Iraq war, if they fill Poland. Okay. Is Warsaw Pact gone? Yeah. So we'll use Ortega now. Take Poland. Give them a coup on Costa Rica, right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll Iran-Iraq war, see if we can get it for the win. 5 or 6? No. That's a shame, because we do effectively give up Poland in the process. But we can event special relationship and do a bit of cooing back and forth. AWACS is fine. Force them to coup El Salvador. Mm-hmm. But we can counter coup with Willie at this point. Oh dear. That's a shame. Gives up a VP and doesn't dominate Central America. Whoops. Ooh. Very good. Fair enough. Central America drops. I mean, okay. That's another 0. Not bad. So what do we do? Do we space ABM? That seems silly. Coup Egypt. Put one in Poland. We don't want to coup Libya because of Reagan bombs Libya, yeah? The Iron Lady. Depending on what they get. They've been fighting back the tide all game. OPEC or Middle East scoring. If they do OPEC or Middle East scoring, I think we drop Europe for 0. Don't get fancy. Yeah. That's game. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Bagged a win. Not entirely sure it was deserving, but after being outrageously timid last game, I think my brains have been scrambled. Hopefully you got something out of that. Oh well. I'll take a win, however down and dirty it gets at this point. So yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know all of the various ways in which I befuddled. And I will see you again relatively soon. Checks his calendar. Next game is... Ooh, not for a while. A week tomorrow. I'm playing Warsaw Michael. Well, okay. If anyone fancies a friendly game, add a note in the comments. We can always set something up. But there are more games coming for sure. There's at least one a week in the upcoming days. So join me. But thanks for the game. Very enjoyable. And I will see you again soon. Bye for now.